Hi there. In this video we will be taking a look at some XS Pro Wi-Fi smoke alarms. Basically I got 3 of them and I might even buy more if I like what I see. The model itself is XS01-WT and this basically connects to your Wi-Fi and you have an app on your phone and it will also alert you if you are away, which is exactly what I wanted. So let's see. Any info on it? Just showing us how to attach it to the ceiling itself. Quite clear. Nothing more. So let's get inside the box. Let's see what awaits us here. Hefty manual, we'll take a quick browse through that in a moment. The alarm itself, which honestly many reviews were saying it's a small alarm, it's really small. When I see it now in my hand, it's even smaller than I expected it, honestly. Look at this little guy. So, and honestly, with this shiny grill and whatnot, kind of looks cool. Much better than old alarms used to look like. Let's see the support itself. You can see it basically locks in place, but I didn't lock it because I need to remove this and attach this to the ceiling and only then lock it. I might not even use screws. I have a really, and I mean really strong double-sided tape. Anything that I attach to a wall or anything, it only comes out of there with the paint. So, and this isn't that heavy, so I don't think it will fall. But should I put screws? Maybe I will put screws just to don't destroy something so nice as this. Yeah, I might put screws. Anyway, so the little alarm. I might even use directly these little guys that they provide. They are quite small, so it will be easy to drill some holes. Let me just give this a quick browse and be back to you in a moment. Just wanted to mention, it's not 10-year battery life, it's 10 years sensor life. So this thing is kind of guaranteed for 10 years, but you might be replacing the battery inside of it for a few times, a few good times. It's a lithium battery, 3-volt one, CR123A. So you might be replacing this little battery a few good times in those 10 years, because again, this is connected to your Wi-Fi. It also tests itself every single day, so it consumes a bit more power than a regular unit. I think they have this model, but with a different termination instead of WT, and it only connects, it makes somehow a mesh between them, so if one goes off, all of them go off. That's good in houses with more stories. But yeah, for me, I wanted something with an app, so this will consume more power than the ones that don't come with the Wi-Fi connection and app. I will quickly go through the manual. Feel free to pause at any time. I will just show you what I think it's important, at least for me. So for setting the sensors to connect to your Wi-Fi, there are 2 modes. This easy mode, which is the default, and it's shown in these pages right here. Make sure your router has 2.4 GHz and this needs to connect to the 2.4 GHz network. It will not work on the 5 GHz network. And this is the AP mode, the alternative mode. Here we will need that pin that is provided to put it into that tiny hole right there to set to AP mode. Hopefully we will not need that, but remains to be seen. Again, feel free to pause this video to read the manual at any time if you need to. Of course, this manual can also be found online. Having an app, you can set notifications to come to your phone in case something is happening. Hopefully you will never need them, but better safe than sorry. These are locations where you would need something like this, a smoke alarm, and also CO2, or actually not CO2, CO, carbon monoxide, not the dioxide alarms. And I will be buying one of these from this same brand as soon as they have a Wi-Fi enabled with app version. At the moment they don't have. So in that room, in the living room where we will have a fireplace, I want to also have a carbon monoxide alarm, but for the moment, yeah, it will only be one of these. The future that will change as soon as they release a carbon monoxide alarm that connects to an app. So please do it, XS, quickly. And yes, I do have extinguishers all over the house. Better safe than sorry. And yes, I will also put one of the alarms in the attic. After, again, these initial 3 ones, I'm satisfied with them, then I will also buy more. But probably that will not be shown in the video. And these are some areas where you don't want them, so close to the corner, at least 50 centimeters from the corner it needs to be, because there is a dead air space where air isn't moving that much in the corner, so it will delay the alarm. You do not want that. You want it as quick as possible to react. Also in the attic, you have, don't put it right high up there. This area is not good if you have a slanted ceiling. So keep in mind all of this to make sure that everything is working as good as it can. This is the battery replacement procedure in case you need it. Some indicators, and you can see here the battery life 1 year. So in theory, in the product lifetime, you change 10 little batteries. They are about $2 a battery or something like that. So yeah, it will be a bit annoying, but I want this to alarm me on my phone, because if something happens when I'm away, I want to know it. If nobody is home, this can beep as like crazy, but it will not help anything. So yeah, there's that for the manual. Let me try to connect to this little guy through the app. So we will be downloading the Tuya app now. Next, let's install the app. Now, open the app. Presumably I need to create an account, because why not? Yep, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, created my account. Yeah, let's allow data analysis. No personalization. Go to app. And add device. Yes, my router is in that setting. Yep, I know. Yep. Okay, good. Location. Yes, continue. Allow. And now let's get to the device. And on the device itself, we will remove the plastic. Where was it? Oh, actually it was at the other end, so I didn't need to pull the whole battery out. And now, as you see, blinking rapidly. So in theory it's in connection mode. So back here, so sensors, yes, blink quickly. Now we need to select the network. I don't know, will I connect to this network? At the ground floor. Not really sure. I think I will still connect to the other one. And now I need to enter my password. Be back in a second. And in theory now it should be connecting it. Well, this didn't really work. The device is out of the connection mode once again. This will give me the retry screen in a few seconds. I don't really get it because I know for a fact again I'm using the right password. And I'm on the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, that's clear. So, what? I think I know what I did wrong. I choose sensor, Bluetooth low energy, plus Wi-Fi. And this one, I think it's only Wi-Fi. I choose the first one because in the manual it shows the first one, but they added a little icon. So let me go to sensor Wi-Fi and put in the password again. But now this little guy is out of the pairing mode, so I need to press on the test button for 3 seconds. And it's in pairing mode once again. So let's get back to connecting it. Blinking quickly. Now it should work. I hope. Still did not work. Retry. This didn't really work. So let's go into the AP mode. So, okay. And now it should be blinking slowly. Yep. And now from scratch, alarm Wi-Fi. Let me input my password. What? Blinking slowly. Go to connect. And now we can see it here. I'm connected to it. Now get back to the app. Yeah, connect anyway. What? No, literally anything I do just does not work. As a last reserve, let me try and connect with my other network. Shouldn't be a problem, but who knows. So let me enter the password for this one. It's blinking slowly. Go to connect. Connect. Now get back in here. Still nothing. It really does seem so. This doesn't make any sense. Or, wait, what? Really? So this is absolutely the first device that refuses to work on my upstairs router. Why? It has all the Wi-Fi standards on, so I know it says in the manual somewhere that in the help actually that this particular device does not work only on N type networks. I have all the other ones also on. What? So yeah. Huawei. Okay, to allow all the, yeah, I know, yeah, it's okay. I know, I need to make all of these settings on my phone to allow for all of the notifications to come through. I know that. I will make them. So it seems to be working, but why didn't it work with my main router, the one from upstairs? Everything else works on it. I need to investigate that. Okay, so I literally cannot connect any of them to my B router, but in the end I am also good connecting them to my A router. And now I'm trying to connect in easy mode, so I'm going to input the password. As you could see, it deleted it. Why, I have no idea. So I'm going to input the password quickly again. And let's see if on router A it actually connects even in easy mode. Really? Next. Yes, it's blinking rapidly. Let's see, will it also work even in easy mode? Yes, it does work. So it just does not like router B. Yeah, there's that. Let's see what I can do to change the name of this one to whatever I want to. I'm going to use my my Romanian language. I think that's what I used for the other one. I hope. Anyway, there's that. No fire danger. Okay. I just managed to add the third one in my technical room. It's the furthest away from a router. I was quite sure it will not work. As you can see on my network here, I barely have two lines most of the time, only one line, and this thing still works. So yeah, I don't need router B for this. Everything works on A. Okay, that's great. So they seem to have quite a good Wi-Fi signal to them, which is perfect. Watch out when installing this on the ceiling. If you want to have the little test button in a particular direction, you need to align this with the battery, because otherwise I think you can also put it in other positions. It will still work, but then it will not be aligned with the battery. It's not doing its purpose. So yeah, there's that. This is the proper way to do it. And just realize this technical room being also my work area, I'm going to trigger the hell out of this alarm while I'm soldering, so I will make extensive use of the silence button in the app while I'm soldering. Just a little trick to get the alignment perfect. Make sure you don't align it like this, because this is not all the way in locked. It will rotate even more up to here. But if you align it and fully rotate it, then you cannot mark the holes because they are covered with this. So I will hold it like this with my hand in the final position. I put some of this, which is Uhu Patafix. It's a kind of glue, a sticky glue that never dries. It always remains like this. But some children's play door, just a tiny bit of double-sided tape, anything will help. Keep it in this position. Align it with the button wherever you are, stick it onto the ceiling or the wall, then release it, and this will remain in place. You mark the holes and then just pull on it, because this will not stick forever. It's just really temporary. And then you have the perfect final position. Just an afterthought, this thing is on the same direction that you have the button. So you have the button right about here. And this thing can also make you align it without using the method that I showed you. But I'm using it now, so yeah. You would also be tempted to think that the holes are perpendicular to the button. They are not quite, so a little bit of a fail from the design team. And if we take a look internally, that means that basically this will never be 100% parallel to the battery, it will remain at a little bit of an angle to it. I don't think we have a mark from the battery yet to show that, but you can check that yourself. So this method is the only one to make sure that you 100% have the button in the direction that you want. I could use the provided screws to, I don't know, thread them into the drywall anchors, I think they are called. So in theory, everything should be going into place now. And it is. And we are aligned with this light, which is what I wanted. Perfect. Now let's do the other two. And yeah, because the first one was installed onto a slanted ceiling, I use this method, and I'm with the middle at about 75 centimeters from the wall, I think. So I have that 10 centimeters actually avoided that area. I couldn't find a good term for it. And I also did a self-test, and as you can see right here, it's working perfectly. Even in this remote room I get everything, and the notifications come through after doing all the settings on my Huawei phone. In the end, I'm actually adding 5 devices because I'm so pleased with the first 3 of them, and the last 2 devices I managed to add in the easy mode. But I needed to try 2 or 3 times, so it doesn't work that easily, but it does work. And you can see all 5 of them. That's quite cool. And the first 3 that I added, actually last night did a automatic self-test, and I got notification on the phone for all 3 of them, so that's quite cool. Okay, so the sensors are working for a good while now, 0 issues whatsoever with them. As you can see, they are doing self-tests. I don't think I can show you the self-test results, but these are the moments they actually did the self-test. You can see them right there. So absolutely no problem with them whatsoever, but this being the type that go online, and we have them in this app, if one of them gets triggered, it will not automatically trigger the other ones. There's another similar model that doesn't have this app, but if one gets triggered, it triggers all of them. Well, no. I have this, which notifies me on my phone, but if I'm sleeping, I might not hear just a simple notification. So I needed to install a little program. The little program is called Alertify, and in here I can put the Tuya Smart app, and when I get a notification from it, it will start ringing an alarm, and it will not stop until I stop it. So it will wake me up in the middle of the night, doesn't care if my phone is set to do not disturb or whatever. And let me see, I've also put in here, as you can see, a rule: if self-check is written inside that notification, it will not wake me up during the night. So I don't get woken up by self-checks of the sensors themselves, only by other real alarms, or maybe a battery going off, but I might also add an exclusion for the battery level notification. So yeah, in theory they will wake me up even if I'm unable to hear the sensor that got activated, which is perfect. So that's about it for this video. From what I can see, these sensors are awesome, quite small, looking well, 0 problems whatsoever. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and as always, see you in the next video. Bye.